we can't stand about all day. Let's get some work done. So the last time we was in the fruit cage, we was using the Cooljob Thorn resistant gloves. Worked really well. They didn't fit me perfectly, so I'm going to give those away. And Cooljob are even going to send me a new pair to send to a winner. So what we'll do, we'll add everybody to the raffle. You already know that if you've asked for a raffle ticket, and the closest to how many washers were in the bag will get a new pair, and the rest of you will have a chance of winning the second-hand pair, which are cleanly washed, and I forgot to bring them. So we'll use the Cooljob bamboo touchscreen gloves as our world famous Flutter draw target. So I need to get these bushes now covered in log ashes. Well, not covered, but a sprinkling of log ashes, and then I'm going last year we topped it up with cocoa coir. This time I'm going to top it up with the compost that we get from the that the cannabis growers unscrupulously dump, that's got the perlite in, just for a change. And hopefully I can get some wood chips to put in the paths, but I will also be removing the weed membrane and harvesting all the wood chips out of here as well. So a busy hour or so. So let's get cracking. So we just like to give them a nice little sprinkle. Again, make sure you're upwind. Don't want to be breathing any type of dust in. See if the screen gloves will switch you off. So I've just started a bit in this corner, and I just like to put a little thin skimming on, because when you keep doing this every year, surprising how deep the beds get. But like with all composts, they slowly break down. Whatever you take out the ground, you've got to put back. So, you know, after 4 years, you just have to start manuring again. And it's the same with any fruit bushes. They'll produce the fruit. We just got to keep feeding them and keep looking after them. Press on with this, and then we'll have a go at the paths. That makes a nice difference. It's a shame I haven't got wood chips, and I've just had a call that I've got to go gritting, so I've got to add a day off today to accept a delivery. So me and Mrs K have done a few bits at home, and I've come up here today just to try and get a few jobs done and get this Raffle Flutter draw done. So we'll leave everything as it is at the minute. There's 300 litres of that compost gone down, and all I can say is a good job that I don't have to buy it. So we're in the polytunnel. Here are all the people that took part. I can't see a damn thing. I haven't got my glasses. And all I asked was how many of these washers did I manage to get in this pick and mix bag. Well, I don't pick and mix, I just chuck all the same ones in. This cost me £3, and a lot of you had some really good guesses. The original One was the 6th closest to go in the drawer, but Cooljob said that they would send me a new pair, so the new pair will go to the one who has got closest, and then we'll cut the tickets up. We'll line them all up in order of number, and then we'll see who's closest, and then I'll put the rest for the nicely washed second-hand ones that don't fit my big hands. So they're all lined up. Let's have a little look. So as we go down, nice mixture. Some of the names have been changed just to hide them a little bit. Now we need to turn the bag over and see what the number says. And the number was 214. I think there was grams. What's that? 1,093 grams. So I believe Duncan is the winner. So Duncan, can you reply to the email, or did you comment? Can't remember, but we know who you are. So 214. We managed washers to get in there, cheap as chips for £3 UK pounds. Can't grumble at that at all. So let's get Duncan out of there, because I'll be sending him a new pair of the Thorn resistant gloves. I'll put that somewhere safe so I don't forget. I'll collect all the rest of you up before we compost you, and it'll be the closest to the word Cooljob. Hopefully it's not too breezy in here, just a little bit, but it'll be the nearest to Cooljob. If we've got any that are close or close together, we'll just do another world famous Raffle Flutter draw with any that are really close to there. So here we go, let's set you up. So it's the closest to Cooljob, and I'll collect all those tickets up, and I'll probably have to lift you off the tripod, so hold tight, just so that there isn't any cheating. No need to cheat. I'll send those gloves to wherever you live in the world. And I think I'm going to climb up onto the bed. No dig bed, and he's there walking all over it, so I'll just give them a shuffle up. We don't want any sticking together. So from the top of the polytunnel all the way down, somebody's sitting on top of somebody else, and I think it's only fair that we pick those two up. I'll redo these because I don't know who's there. So we've got Chris at Packet to Plate, and Anita. So that's raffle ticket 4 and raffle ticket 16. So I'm going to put those there. I'm going to collect the rest up and compost you. While I'm doing that, I'm going to have a cup of tea. I'll be back in shortly. Ain't this exciting? Oh dear, they're doing me back no good. Okay, so we've got raffle ticket number 4, Chris number 4, Anita 16. So again, to the top of the polytunnel. Hopefully they'll won't go so high this time, because I want it to land on the gloves. No, I'm going to go again. Make sure I pick the right ones up. Let's just do it from a little bit lower. A little bit lower. Here we go. So I think you can definitely see that Chris got to the closest, and Anita there was runner-up. We'll compost you. So well done to Duncan, well done to Chris. They've both got YouTube channels, so why not pop over and pay them a visit. and all the links to all the different type of gloves, the winter gloves, the thorn resistant and normal day-to-day gloves, the bamboo gloves, the green gloves that are made out of milk, plastic bottles, or part of, etc. But I do like the bamboo touchscreen because I don't have to keep taking my gloves off unless they're filthy. Right, let's have a little look at some of the things that we found recently. And before we do, I use the washers on many a thing to help stop the screws pulling through the polycarbonate on the new windows in the polytunnel. On the straps, the strops that we reuse that are in the fruit cage, just helps me find the screws. So we've seen some of these before, but this is a burner that was found with boxes of screws, etc. I've got another wheelbarrow. Nothing that we can save on the wheelbarrow itself, but I'm hoping when I pump the tyre up it'll be fine. I found this wheelbarrow tyre. It's completely different. I'm intrigued how you actually change the tyre or do a puncture, so I can feel a video coming on about that. I found some more of these trays and different sizes, and even some square ones. Everything else wasn't worth having. A lot of clay balls, the pipe ventilation that they use, but I've already given some of these away already, so if I can't use them, others will, and we can always do a bit of bartering. I'm looking forward to trying these that we had given us or found. I can't remember now, but they're on the wick system, so ideal perhaps for the polytunnel for the tomatoes. And my shed is getting fuller and fuller. I need to sort it out. Somebody did comment on the skip diving video, a previous video, to some of these, and yeah, I'm just dumping everything in. I've got to start throwing stuff out. But these two sets of drawers will be ideal to replace the wooden one that we've got stuck behind there. Having wood at the allotments drawers out in the open like this isn't brilliant, so I'll always help myself to stuff just in case I need it. But these will come in useful, half mouse and rat free hopefully, but it'd be so much easier to get to some of the other stuff. But that's how I just collect anything, fill anything. Go. Always gives me a smile, but yes. Oh dear, take longer to sort this out than it does the allotment. So this is one of my manure runoff bins. It's never had manure in. As COVID set in, other people were busy unscrupulously dumping and growing, and that's what I collected. So this is the material that I class as the cannabis compost with the perlite in. I've only ever bought a small bag of perlite, and it looks like my allotment's been got hail on it all the way around, and with the total keep rising, we're up to 30,110 litres plus whatever I can salvage out this. The ones over there in the plastic bags, they look beautiful, but trouble is they put a layer of the clay balls at the bottom, put some compost in, then a layer of clay balls about halfway up. Of course I just thumped and bashed it, didn't I? Mixed it all up. But hopefully when it dries out a little bit, you might still be able to see the remains of some icy snowy frost there, where the sunlight doesn't come. As you can see, my allotment is shaded during the winter, so it gets really cold here, so having a fire is very nice indeed. I put this big planter here. Changed my mind again, because where the wildflower, wildlife garden was. We're rejigging everything, and as I cover ourselves in ash, those square pallet collars there, I've got 8 of those, there's 4 there. I'm going to pop them into that place there, one for the mint and maybe one for something else, but I've still got a good area there before we get to the comfrey, and then this other area. I've got large areas because I do like to make all my own homemade liquids, plant foods, my own compost, as he slowly brings you around. And these are my leaf mould bins. You can't grow vegetables and fruit on a budget without getting and making your own stuff. It just takes a little bit of time. The price of things today are enormous. To dry, I bought 3, is it 3? Yeah, I bought 3 bags of compost this year. I'm hoping not to buy any more because it just, yeah, it's a hobby. We all like to grow our own fruit and vegetables. We know what's gone into them, but it's just nice to spend as little as possible. Happy gardening to you all. Till next time, my friends. Ta-ra for now. And don't forget, all the links to the Cooljob gloves are in the description below. Why did I put my hands in cold water?